whatever time it is where you are. I woke up this morning like crazy early, like I normally always do, and wow, just just wow. It's all I have to say is wow. The notice the patch, busy with work and life and everything, but obviously woke up and noticed that the game patched, and then was like, oh, what kind of patch did we get? Let me take a look at the patch notes. Uh, and the I saw the patch notes and I was like, oh my goodness, and then I started messing with it, and like seriously, they're like Comp2us could not have done something that is gonna allow me to have like more fun. Like you give me a new team to build, you you let you, you let me make a raid B team or like raid with myself, and that's just like gonna be the most exciting thing in the world. Oh, what's up, Bobby and Miles? Um, and and so yeah, like I couldn't go back to sleep. It's like 4 in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep for like an hour because I was just drooling and tripping over the fact that we I could make I could make uh, I could raid with myself and make a second R5 team. Uh, and 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 so I thought, hey man, we should we should pop on we should pop on stream this afternoon when we're done with work, and and show the peoples my R5 B team, okay, and maybe talk some strategy about R5 B team, or just fool around with some R5 B team. Uh, should we do that to that? Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Um, so that was gonna be my plan for today's stream. I'll go hop in chat channel, and if somebody wants to come raid with Foro and Foro, um, and see what I got working for my second R5 team. We're gonna mess around with that, and that's gonna be like the plan for this evening stream. Um, but first, I gotta goof around in the arena a little bit. Um, Bobby, light dice magician, bro. Light dice magician. Comps. Um, you got to get a swift set on him, like you got to ruin him like a Bernard. You got to run him with a speed leader, okay? And you have to run him with CC, speed leader, like a 24% speed leader, dice magician, and then like two CC monsters like Varad, Poseidon, or those are really game breaking CC type monsters, and you go first, take off their buffs, then you start your CC chain. That's the only way I've seen him effectively used so far. I haven't seen him a whole lot, but the couple of times I've seen him, he's used that way to effectiveness. Um, the Pinky, you wanna matchmake an RTA at the same time? The what server are you on, Pinky? We gotta find let's find some new people. I got a couple more wings I want to use. Should we Zyros this? I kind of want to, huh? Just to see. I think that's like a. I think we can tank Ross this. Take our tanky monsters and a tank cross against it. Where's goodness gracious? I got too many monsters out of storage. That took forever. Um, the yeah, that dice magician has that crazy skill where like everybody's attack bar goes to 0, but then you get to move first. I've seen some people use him in real time arena with like CC monsters and Jamire. And like do the Dice Magician move and then do some crazy CC and then do the Dice Magician move again after resetting with the Wind Dragon. Pretty crazy stuff. The couple of times that I've run into him, but I don't see how you could use him and be all pro unless you had a really good Swift set, right? Because it all relies on him going first, you know. 1421. I'm at wherever I left off at on RTA, like 1520 or something. I stopped playing it after I got 1500, and then did a couple of matches. I did a couple of matches after 1500, and then just stopped playing it. But I'm going to pick it back up again, of course, because it was just a load of fun RTA. But right now, I'm kind of stoked about having fun making a second R5 team, you know? Okay, so I'm going to go to channel 2323, okay? Channel 2323. All right. And I put an APB out to see if any guild members wanted to raid. Oh, and I'm going to do some summons too, okay? I don't think I'm going to go for... We got some summons tonight to do. Light and Dark Scroll, a couple waters, a couple fires, Mystical Scroll. And I'm really tempted to go after the Water Fairy, but this next rotation, man, like Nat 5s, that I would love any of these. These would be awesome. So I'm going to try my best to hold off and not go for Water Fairy as awesome as he is. Maybe be different and go for these other useful units that I would just have just as much fun with. But we'll do some summons a little bit, like when we're done goofing around with R5. What's up, Arios? All right, let's see if anybody wants to raid with us, and then we'll talk about. I'm going to talk about my second team set that I got going on, okay? And let's see if somebody wants to raid. If Joe and Maddie both. We'll just see whoever comes first, okay? We're gonna see whoever comes first, and then I'm gonna show you the two sets that I put together. Joe, run resistance, Joe, because I'm gonna run crit rate, and then in my additional placement, I'm gonna run defense. Okay, bro. So switch to resist. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna go. Look, we'll go conservative style with the first team, okay? And then we'll change it up and we'll start to go like more DPS. But I want to talk about my thought philosophy behind team number 2. And team number 1 is kind of like the same team that's always been on my stream. But this is like the safer version without the extra armor break, and the reason why I'm running the safer version for this set is because of the coolness behind B team raid. Okay, B team raid. Now what's the deal with the new sets and being able to make a second raid team? Well, you can't use repeat monsters, right? What's up, Francisco? You can't use repeat monsters, right? But yet at the same time, you need to bring, and here's the important thing, you gotta bring the same super awesome utility. And in the primary things are you gotta have lots of attack down, okay? And you want to have heal block, and you don't want to put a whole lot of buffs, right? So the runs are pretty smooth. You know, you might But the primary important things is you got to bring attack down, and um, most people use Colleen, right? Because she's like the best attack down, attack break, heal block, attack power boosting, just the best all around raid utility. But you can't bring repeat Colleens, right? Long time ago, before I really built Colleen for raid, and we were doing R5, I made Sharman for raid, and the Sharman, the beautiful little light salamander here, is he's the perfect, in my opinion. He is like one of the perfect go-to B team, easily obtainable, super easy to rune up and make effective monsters that you can slot in for your raid B team. That's going to do a really good job of applying consistent attack down if that's what you're in the market to do, to make like a second raid B team. Joe, why you got a white, bro? Huh? What's the dealie? Yeah, I don't. That's. What are you trying to like show off to the world or something? Um, the the back to the point I was trying to make here. Um, Before I'm just doing the raid all by myself. Uh, the um, if you are in the market for building a second raid team and you are short of really consistent attack break, I might not look any further than good old light salamander. You know, um, how about you we run it back, Joe, and you put in a serious team that's not going to do 17% contribution. Um, the pretty please, and quit the raid and come back, Joe. Whatever that was, it wasn't a very good team, Joe. Um, so let's run that back. Um, so yeah, beat my raid B team outperformed Joe there in a really bad way. Um, so back on point. Um, what I did was I ruined up Sharman here. Or I didn't have to put in too many extra runes. Like he already had like the same runes on him. Um, but he's just basically like built for frontline with defense, and HPs, and he's on like some revenge sets with some good accuracy, just so that he can sit there and put a attack break and attack speed slow, and soak up hits. You know, this team isn't exactly the safest in the world. I also developed it for speed of runs, right? So thought process behind second team is something I can use and slot in here that is going to allow me to raid with my buddies, have super great consistency in terms of the debuffs that I need, but also have survivability, you know, and not wipe instantly. Joe, that's are you like 16% damage, bro? Seriously? The kind of new to R5, I guess. I guess you're getting up there, Joe. You're like, okay, you're getting up there. Cool. It's all right. Um, the So the second team that I developed is also supposed to be designed to do some damage to make the runs fast, right? And I don't want a whole bunch of endless debuffs. I have a boatload of Nat 5s that I could bring to the table for R5. You know, like Bella Jewel, um, uh, uh, Anival, um, I have all of the DKs all skilled up and runed up. But I go with this team because I want it to contribute the debuffs and not slow the rundown with like useless additional buffs. Bring me a defense leader skill and pretty much just do the job of making sure that the debuffs are landed, doing a whole bunch of damage, and then you know, occasionally if it goes down near the end, I'm okay with that. And I'm using Bella along with Sharman in the front line. I'm using like a speed defense Bella just to bring more armor break, right? Because the more armor break you bring, the faster the run's gonna go. Does anybody else besides Joe wanna raid? Because who else wants to go now? That's not Joe or Maddie. Uh, hey Joe, we're gonna sit out for just a minute. I'm gonna see if anybody else wants to come hang out. Um, Doc or Maddie. Thanks for coming, Joe. That was pro. All right, Doc, come hang out with me, bro. And then I'll switch to resistance. The So when this raid start, I'll go in and we'll show the rooms on the rest of the frontline monsters, and I'll continue to explain like the my thought process behind this set. Okay. Um, so Sharman in the front line, right? Tanky, and his job is to get revenge procs, put 2-turn attack break, and give me attack speed slow, right? And then Monkey's there for the defense leader skill. Okay, he's triple revenge. He's not super tanky. He's kind of built for like damage, you know. He's probably going to end up going down. Like on wave 3, he might take a nosedive, but you know it doesn't matter because by that time, like we're racking up the damage and the bad boy's going down, you know. So he's triple revenge with like HP crit damage currently. I don't want to bring Fire Panda or Vela Jewel. I don't want the extra buffs. Okay, like I don't want the opportunity. I want really consistent runs that are going to be like, you know, always right around the 2-minute range. You know, and then Bella is like some broken stuff. Revenge, guard, focus, just to get good accuracy, good defense, good HPs, and he's fast, 121. So he's going to always move and hit that armor break like right at the very beginning and make the run move faster, right? And then in the back line, I just got some leftover violent runes on Kona to get him really fast. So like a 5-star violent rune there. This old school violent rune that has like 18 speed sub. An endure attack rune because it's got a 20 speed sub. That violent rune because it's got some resistance in the speed sub. A good endure rune that I've always had on Kona, and this like random violent rune with a 18 speed sub, right? I'm putting him in the back so he doesn't need high defense, and I think he's got enough HPs to survive, and I just wanted him as fast as possible with a little bit of resistance, you know? And after Kona Mia, I'm going with Wahi in the back because between the rest of the guys, we got enough attack break and we have enough additional debuffs that I'm okay. I'm safe with using Wahi in the back, right? I'm cool with that. Do I think she's pro for raids? Not necessarily, but she kind of performs the same task as Colleen in terms of giving attack buff, you know, and she's got glancing, which doesn't hurt. Wahi is kind of the one monster that I really wish there was something better to put in there. Preferably a second Colleen, but hey, I'm not going to complain. You know, she gives attack power buff to my team, to my second raid team, and that attack buff is really the only buff that I want. You know, I don't want immunity and stuff for the boss to remove and possibly heal up. And she's all damage based for doing Rift Beast, right? She's like crit rate and crit damage based. She actually does pretty good damage against the raid boss, but definitely a weak link in that she doesn't have really good resistance, and not the best HPs in defense. And then I've thrown the my wind homunculus back in here because we really need a heal block on this team, right? I'm not running any Death Knights or anything, right? I don't have a second Colleen. There's no good heal block, and the other good heal blocking monster that I had in my box was, of course, the Wind Homunculus. And he also adds slow, right? And he also adds brand, and he also adds armor break. So he's hanging out in the back line with good old Wahi. And so if I run a safer team in my middle team, normally I might put in like Stella instead of Miang and just go with more damage. But this team over here has got so much armor break going for it, you know? Between the Bella and the Monkey and the Homunculus and stuff, it's got like really good consistent armor break that I can run like a slightly safer team in my main team and profit from the extra armor break that B team is adding, you know. And so far, I'm kind of happy with it, you know. Like as long as I'm raiding with somebody, okay, it's like pretty consistent 2-minute runs, you know. The reason why I wanted to get in here and mess around with this, okay, is I wanted to mess around with a couple of teams, but I also kind of want to put an APB out there. There might be people looking to make raid B teams, and I think a lot of people are going to have fun with this, and it's going to be definitely a hot button item for a little while. But the mistake that everybody is going to make, okay, and this is a huge mistake that everybody's going to make, is they're going to short themselves on attack break, okay? You're not going to bring enough attack break to your raid B team, and you're going to wipe occasionally because you don't have enough attack break. And I also ruined up a triple revenge wind archer to have like an extra attack break and maybe have an extra secondary team. And I'll probably throw her in here and mess around with her a little bit. But right now I wanted to see what these times were and see what the contribution of the second team is going to be like. It's crazy good how awesome this second team is, like all things considered, you know. Joe was rocking it, you know. So I would raid with Joe like all day and all night, you know. He's got a good team there whenever he fixed his team on the second run. But as you guys can see, this raid B team, even though it's the raid B team, it can put out the damage, and it can perform too. And it doesn't have like, it's got Kona, it's got Bella, it's got Sharman, you know. This team isn't, granted it's got Monkey King, right? And granted it's got Homunculus, but aside from Monkey King, there's really not a whole lot of ridiculousness going on with this team. You know, it's got a 2-star and another 2-star and a 3-star, really holding it down and bringing their own weight and adding the necessary buffs and debuffs and stuff. Something I'm really excited about, and I'm happy to bring to the table and have fun with, and have the opportunity to raid with bros and stuff, you know. Dark Salamander Nguyen Not necessarily, okay? Because he you could use a dark salamander, okay? You definitely could, right? But the reason why you do light salamander over the dark salamander is because of the fact that he gets that passive where he benefits from heals. You know, if you pair the light salamander with a really fast Kona, like if you make a really tanky light salamander, okay, and you pair him with a very fast violent Kona, it it just increases your raid survivability tenfold. Because I don't know if you've seen this before, but basically, if Kona does his piece, Light Salamander is going to go from like 5% health up to 100% health. Okay, and because of his passive, you know. Maybe we'll take a look at the second team and see if we can see a little bit of an action. But that pairing of Light Salamander, really tanky, and a really fast Kona is just survivability for days. Because that Light Salamander, if he's ruined properly, he can take some hits, and then Kona's piece, it only heals for a little bit, but the Light Salamander passive makes it heal him for like a bajillion, you know. And so the two of those together, and the way their skills interact with each other, the consistent attack break, the attack speed slow, the piece that heals like 60% of the light salamander's health, it just it's pretty much just super obtainable. Anybody can make raid survivability for days, you know. The why do I see two Foro knives? the but that's just crazy good. Like it's the damage is almost comparable to like raid team number 1. And the armor break is flying on there and getting like consistently applied, you know. And then we got a little bit of brand too. Super stoked about this. What speed we talking about on Kona? Well, at least plus 100, Nguyen. This Kona is kind of fast, you know. Like all things considered, this Kona is pretty fast. But I think getting plus 100 speed on a Kona is definitely something that's obtainable, you know. There's really no better cleanser, like overall in terms of like survivability and stuff. There's still no better cleanser for R5 than Kona, you know. I don't necessarily use him on my A team because my A team has enough other support and survivability. My A team is stacked full of those new runes, you know, and my A team is built so that it's just the defense and HPs on my main raid team are just absurd, you know. So I don't necessarily need that Kona, but on the B team I don't have all those super cool new runes built up yet, and the ability to have the game's best R5 cleanser on the table is just amazing. The A team, I'm stacked up with all these like it's either like double determination fight on Diaz, violent enhance on Lisa. Hua has enhance and determination, and Zhao Lin has fight and enhance, and I'm gonna add more. I'm in the process of farming more. And so like the tooltip on the first team is, you know, we get 21 HPs, 14 attack, and 21 defense from runes, right? And that substantially increases our survivability. Plus we have the DS passive, you know. So there's just a lot of extra tankiness and survivability in the first team. Plus, we're knocking back the boss's attack bar quite a bit with our Hua and our Kung Fu Girl and stuff, you know. But the B team doesn't have all those extra survivability tactics, and it really needs the Kona to keep up with the cleanses and the heals and stuff. Like that Sharman's gonna get really low. Like he's gonna get low, but Kona's gonna pop up in a piece or something and pop him like all the way to full. Come on, Kona, do your piece and show your mad heal skills. Oh, you didn't piece. Oh, you didn't piece, bro. What's up with that? Peace, Kona. Pop. Oh, no peace. No peace. Actually, the best R5 cleanser is Light Anubis. Konamiya comes in a close second. No. I'll totally disagree with you on that, Jinger Storm. I think the Light Anubis is really good. And like overall in terms of effectiveness and power and, you know, raw cleansing power, yeah, for sure he's amazing. But I think in terms of who's gonna have the lowest cooldown on their cleanse and do have the opportunity to cleanse most efficiently and consistently over the course of the whole battle, because with the cooldown on the skill, it's going to be Konamiya. But I mean, if you want to talk about like who's the most powerful, yeah, I mean you can't get any better than a Light and Dark Nat 5, you know. Okay, so let's try this with like some extra attack break. Just to goof around, I threw in a triple. We'll sub out the homunculus and we'll just add some more attack break to increase our survivability. And maybe we'll move Miyang over to the B team just to fool around a little bit and bring Stella over to the A team. So another unit that I kind of prepared for the stream, for potential uses to help out for if like my team or the people that I'm raiding with need extra attack break, is the good old Wind Archer. And I ruined her triple revenge, not necessarily damage dealer, but I mean she is going to do some damage, but she's more ruined to make sure she's going to stay survived and add like super consistent attack break. And I think stacking her along with Sharman is gonna allow us to like increase the consistency of our attack break. And if I'm raiding with a team where I would rather have super consistent attack break than rather just a little bit of extra damage from the homunculus, I might end up throwing her in the back just to get some extra like revenge attack break procs. And she's just set up to be fast and tanky, you know. But she missed her attack break there. Way to absolutely miss it. Yeah, so she's not super fast, but I got to power up this rune, I think, to make her a little faster. But she's most definitely an extra option for additional attack break. Wow, the raid is moving so fast. My B team keeps going down, man. And Pollins is right about that, Nero. Anival's AI is broken. I have Anival. Do you see Anival in my second team? No. I don't use her. Really great stats, but just straight up broken AI. You know, she just does whatever she wants to, and it makes no sense whatsoever. And you can't rely on her healing and cleansing capability. I mean, you see how fast these runs are going, right? I mean, they're not going slow by any means, right? And the reason why they're going fast is because Doc and myself, we have good contributing A teams, and my B team is here sheerly for the fact to add those buffs, right? To add the debuffs that I need to clear it fast, you know. And I'm going with Kona. I'm going with Sharman. I'm going with Bella over all the crazy Nat 5s that I have, you know. And I'll unless Comtuous makes a patch to change AI, a lot of those monsters, including Animal, is just they're as cool as they are. You need the really dope AI to get consistency in your runs, you know. The kind of like Wahi, okay. Wahi's a really brilliant monster, but her, you know, she uses her heal like a buff, and if her third skill is available to use, a lot of times she likes to use her third skill over her heal skill, you know, and so you can't really, she's not a dependable healer, you know. And if there's one weak link in raid team number 2 that I could patch up to improve it or improve its survivability, it would simply be just remove Wahi, you know. If I took Wahi out and say put like Darien in the front, then that team over on the right would never wipe, you know. Kona and Bella could keep the whole team alive all by themselves. But with the people that I raid with generally, and the survivability and the DPS that my primary team is capable of, secondary team is going to put in its job there is to do damage, apply those debuffs, you know, right on the third wave, and then if it needs to take a nosedive right at the end of the third wave, or if a couple of guys need to wipe, it's okay, because home skillet is going to go down pretty quick anyway, you know. And I think as we're seeing here, the point and the reason why I made the team, and the reason why it's doing pretty good, you know, consistent 2-minute runs with Doc here, is quite literally because of the debuffs, you know, and not necessarily because of crazy Nat 5 power, or do we want to keep that? I guess we can. I'll go throw it on a rune somewhere. Find some place for it. Now I could throw in some crazy Nat 5s in the second team, and we could mess around with it, and I'm pretty sure they would do okay. But at the end of the day, if I'm sitting down and I'm wanting to raid and collect loot, I'm really not going to go with the Vela Jewels and the Animals and stuff like that over these bros that we got here. Now, it would be really cool if I had a whole bunch of those extra of those new runes like Determination and Enhance and stuff to throw on my raid B team, and I think ultimately that might be something that it evolves into. I wouldn't mind going away from some of these older sets we have, like Guard and Focus, and adding things that are gonna like increase our defense across the board. Because I really honestly I don't have a better pick than these monsters right here. I think these 5 are like my absolute favorite right now for developing a raid B team. And and as far as improving on it would be concerned, I would just like to fit some of those new runes, because I mean, if I could outfit this second team with a couple of determination and enhanced sets, then it would, it would be 1,000,000% pro, but bottom line, and as far as like, the point of the stream and what I wanted to share is, if you're out there and you're thinking about making a raid B team, have fun with your Nat 5s for sure, but don't forget about the importance of making sure you have a consistent attack break, and if you're in the market for monsters that are going to really add consistent attack break, make sure you keep an eye out for your desert queens, possibly a drunken master in the back line, but my all-time favorites are probably going to be light salamander and like a tanky runed wind archer on revenge, and let's change it up by going more YOLO. Let's try this, okay? What if we just decided to let's keep going, Doc. What if we just decided to do this instead, huh? And then should we run safety on second team? No, I don't think so. Let's go with only solo Colleen healer for primary team, and we're not even gonna move Miang over to the B team. And the reason why the middle team is gonna have the opportunity to survive and clear without much problems, and I'm pretty sure we'll see this. Okay, we'll do this run a couple of times, and this will be like super fast, consistent runs. Only healer in the middle being Colleen. The reason it'll do this is because of the consistency of the B team. Okay, the B team is always going to stay alive on the third wave and land that attack break, land armor break, right when that third wave is over with. And even if it dies, as long as the attack break and the armor break get landed on him for third wave, we're gonna blow him up. I mean, like that's all there is to it, That's pretty much all there is to it. No, you can't use two of the same monsters on your secondary team, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to have this topic today, is because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be in the market for attack break monsters, and I kind of wanted to advertise good old light salamander there, You got an emo of an avocado, Darius? That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't want a 5% crit rate shield. GG on the despair, Doc. That's awesome. That's awesome, bro. Look at my B team. Look at my B team doing minute 41 runs. With 2-star monsters representing. Steve, I haven't used Ravidi in R5 in a while. and it's not because it's not because I don't like him, okay, and it's not because I don't think he's like he's super awesome. I still think he's an amazing R5 unit, and he is still an outrageously amazing R5 unit. Okay, it's just that for when I started accumulating the new runes, okay. For instance, like we said, the tooltips, right? I got 21 HP, 21 defense with runes. Okay, that's just with runes. All right, that's not including towers and leader skills and stuff. 21 extra defense and 21 extra HPs with just straight up runes. And the synergy between the mobs that I have that are reducing attack bars, I just kind of found. I found that I had better options than Ravidi, and so I stopped using him. And for B team, I'm not for B team. I'm not throwing Ravidi in there because I'm not really necessarily after. Oh no, Homunculus gonna go down. Oh, poor Homunculus. Poor Homunculus. For B team, I'm not necessarily after survivability on my B team so much as I want to pump out a bunch of damage at the beginning, and then on that third wave, I want to get some revenge procs. Okay, I want Sharman to get some revenge procs. Okay, and I want Bella to apply armor break. Okay. And I want Sharman to do attack speed slow, and I want this B team to land those debuffs on that third drop, like a pro, and then that just so that he can just get blown up at the end, and as you can see, he's the team might get low a little bit, but it doesn't matter because it's just all about landing those debuffs, and then he's gonna die, he's gonna go down, Ravidi's really great, and he's gonna do a good job of hanging out there and adding survivability, but that risk of him putting up I don't think I want that. That risk of him putting up a shield and the boss healing, I don't want to run that risk, There's already a small risk of the boss healing with attack break. I don't want to give him any more opportunities to heal, and so I just rather run like say one of these other tunes instead of like Ravidi or any of my Nat 5s or Nat 4 substitutions that I have. Nice advertisement, Hollister. Foro, what do you think about Wusa plus Mav in frontline? I think there's going to be an opportunity for a lot of people to make secondary teams with what they have on hand, and there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to be cramming for these, consistent 2-minute runs, right? And you're going to have good success with the tunes that you have, and Wusa and Mav are two good examples of monsters that are going to be really tanky and do a good job of maybe staying alive and goodness gracious, team, I need a violent proc. There you go. Wusa and Mav would do great on an R5B team, right? The only thing is that you just got to make sure you support them with monsters that are going to do a attack down, so if you run those tanky monsters that you got, like your Wusa and your Mav and stuff, just make sure you also throw in some secondary tunes that are going to be able to add attack break, because that's basically what you're going to need to win. You're going to need that. You're going to need to land that attack break, or you're going to run the risk of wiping on the third drop. Like if we don't land attack break straight away here really quick, there's a chance we might go down. Um, and it's taken a really long time to land attack break on this, but we got it there, so I think we'll be okay. And I think the only thing I want to work on as far as like B team is concerned is I'd kind of like to improve. I'd kind of like to improve the survivability just a hair. Um, I like the fact that it adds the needed debuffs and goes down, but maybe make I'm thinking maybe I make Homunculus a little more tanky, like reduce his attack and crit rate and crit damage, and just give him more HPs so he's not dying like that. Like he died super fast in that one. Yes, I want a speed focus. Yes, yes, yes. Hello there. I'm deciding where to move after some time spent in Dragon's B10. I was looking both at Raid or Necro. Any suggestion? Um, I would. If it were me, I would probably start developing like actually look at Necro, okay, and say, okay, here's the monsters that I want to rune up and build for Necro. So start thinking about your Colleen. You need Colleen. You need Bella is a really great secondary healer for your Necro team to add with your multi hitters. And rune them up for Necro, right? Like maybe try to get some violent sets on them if you can, and then just take what you've developed for Necro and get into whatever raid content that you can do that's not hard for you. And if you get into the point where raid is a little tough, just pull back a little bit. And don't push yourself. Don't try to raid higher than what you're having like really super consistency with, and use the R3, R4, whatever raid level you're doing, or the Rift Beast, and just do it to the point where you're having success, and don't push yourself until you've spent more time in Necro and more time in Dragon's B10, because I think what you're going to find is Necro is going to give you the opportunity to get some really cool runes like Nemesis and Vampire that can really help you get more options for your raid teams. And it might give you an opportunity to say, okay, let me go into Necro for a little bit, make sure I got that team down, do what I can in raid, and then later on after I farm Necro for a while and I got some Vampire runes and some Nemesis runes, then let me push a little further in raid. Hey Foro, is there any other good healer for raid except Bella, Chasoon, and Ariel? Like Paulin said, Miang is awesome. Woot will defense. Rebecca is underrated. I, a lot of people don't use Rebecca, and her artificial intelligence is 1,000,000% spot on, just like Kona, right? Her cooldown isn't as good as Kona's. Her cooldown is one higher, but her AI is exactly like Kona, so you don't get better. I don't see enough people using her. I might 6-star mine and mess around with it. But let's see. If you have a Praha is a really amazing healer for like if you're getting up there in R5, especially if you put her on like double Nemesis Will. She's usable on arena defense for that. Praha is really great. We all know Colleen is really great. But monsters like your Anival and your Wahi aren't necessarily the best because their artificial intelligence is just flat out, they do what they want. They're kind of broken, and you can't count on them consistently to do their job. So I think the thought philosophy behind running this setup here is just to always have super consistent armor break and brand and stuff working on this bad boy. Just try to rack up the damage. I think I got a little bit of progression to go on the middle team. It's solo healing okay with Colleen, but I would, it's not quite as safe as I want it to be. But I could definitely have some fun working on it and improving it. You've like Colleen, Panda, Adrian, Bella, and Hua just need to decide for a slow necro build or fast for a raid. Danielle, the interesting thing about necro is that really what you can probably do is build Colleen and build Hua fast, okay? And build Bella fast. And leave Panda and Adrian really, really, really slow. So don't worry about speed on Panda or Adrian, And you'll be good for Necro, okay? The speed will help you clear the trash. And between Colleen, Panda, Adrian, Bella, and Hua, you're gonna have enough multi hits to clear, even though they're fast, okay? You're not gonna have too much of a challenge, especially when your runes get up there. So what most people will do is, like, if they're making a team like that, and that's like a perfect getting into necro build. Those are the best necro monsters, best obtainable necro monsters you can get. You can't get any better than that combination: Colleen, Panda, Adrian, Bella, Hua. Really, in terms of like monsters that you're going to use elsewhere, but. I'm gonna flat out say it that you could build Colleen, you could build Bella, and you could build Hua, and you could get them super fast for a raid, and you're not gonna have any problems with Necro. Okay, the speed will help you clear the trash and not die on the trash, and then the boss is not gonna matter. You're gonna have the double heals of Colleen and Bella, and you're gonna have all the multi hits working, and the opportunity to maybe land it slow with Hua, and you're gonna be safe. Just as long as you give them all enough HPs to survive, you'll be set. Predator, I definitely think is worth running Praha, okay? If Praha is a good secondary healer that you have, I definitely think she's one of the A plus healers to use on a secondary raid team if you're thinking about it, okay? The reasoning is because she adds a really good resistance leader skill, okay? She has the stats to where if you need to, you can actually put her in the front line. She's definitely front line material, okay? And her artificial intelligence is spot on. You don't have to worry about her AI being dumb. And the fact that she gets extra attack bar with her first skill doesn't hurt at all. I mean, does she add any debuffs that are necessary for raid? No. But in terms of, is she a super consistent healer if you're just looking for survivability? Yeah. Definitely worth it, especially considering the fact that of the leader skill that she adds, Like, you see that? Like, we land all those, like, as soon as that third wave ends, boom, we land those debuffs, right? And because we land those debuffs, he's gonna go down pretty quick, He's got the brand on him, he's got the armor break, he's got the slow, he's got the and they just get applied so fast that even though it looks like it's getting a little close, right? You see my team getting a little low. there's no danger here because the damage is just gonna come flooding in. Like even if Colleen or something dies, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna go down. I think your raid team is doing spectacular, Doc. The I think it's just I think this is kind of illustrating the point, right? I'm gonna go back to a little more consistency for just a couple runs. Hey Doc, let's finish this one. Then I'm gonna go pop some scrolls and then maybe get a little bite to eat and have some dinner time. Maybe we might get something fun and interesting from our scrolls. My girlfriend was joking around the other night. She was upset that I had to shave because I got Zyros so fast. Like you know how we did no shave till Nat 5, and she thought it'd be a good idea to just start doing the streams with no shirt on and just do like no shirt till Nat 5. And I had a good laugh. I thought it was funny, but I don't think I'm going to do no shirt till Nat 5. Maybe, but I'm going to have to wait. Like I have to wait until like a long Nat 5 drought comes about or something. No shirt till Zyros. So yeah, for those who are curious, again, second raid team, Sharman power. The reason why this team is in there, Homunculus died again. That poor Homunculus. I need to fix him. Okay, he's maybe not the best choice in that set, but I'm going with Kona. Okay, I'm going with Sharman, and the reasoning because they're 2 stars, but they're consistent. It's Sharman because of the super consistent 2-turn attack break and attack speed slow. Bella because super consistent artificial intelligence on the heals, super consistent armor break, which makes the runs go faster. His armor break is what makes these runs consistent, you guys. Okay, Kona because of his super consistent heals and cleanse, and the fact that when he pops peace, this Sharman just gets he gets all his health back. And the rest of these guys are just details, like these 3 right here. This is what this is all about, Anybody can build a Bella, anybody can build a Kona, and anybody can build a Sharman. And these 3 units are just you can't beat them. Like if you're in the market for like secondary monsters to throw on your raid B team, make freaking Sharman. Make a Bella, make a second Bella, make a Kona, make them tanky, make them fast, because what you need for your secondary team is you just need consistency. You need those debuffs, and that's what you need to get loot. Okay, and I have Nat 5s like Animal. Okay. Like Rakan, Chow, Fire Panda, Velajewel. I am not using these Nat 5s for raid B team. Why am I not using these Nat 5s for raid B team? Because they're not going to be consistent. Okay, and that's kind of what I wanted to pop on and have some fun with, and goof around and show the YouTube peoples this evening. I don't get it. but it doesn't seem bad, so I'm not going to ban it. My last subbing session was painful. I dropped back to back 2 Hathor and Daphnis. I don't know, man. I'm having fun. Daphnis has been kind of fun to mess around with. I'm not going to put... thank you very much for hanging out, Doc. By the way, really appreciate it. Super fun and on point. And thanks, Joe. Thanks for popping in there, Joe. At the beginning, man. And Maddie for asking to join. Thank you all you guys. The company and the fellowship is always welcome and appreciated. Let's do some summons and see if we get anything interesting, and then I gotta go get some food. I'm hungry. What's up, Jeremy? Foro, is that a good AD? Xingji, Lead, Ritesh, Wadam, and Bella. Not really, no. I think you get Lucianed pretty hard. You got to have some Lucian defense. Maybe if you put Bella on double Nemesis Will and you made him really fast, and then you added some extra Lucian defense to go with your Xingji. Yeah, but players below my caliber are gonna hit that with Lucians, and unless your Bella is double Nemesis Will, it's not gonna survive a couple of Lucians, even though you got some crazy good monsters on there. Okay, so summons and then fun food time. 2 water scrolls, Amazon, Magic Knight skill up. Cool. I would not mind Magic Knight skill ups. I can't get enough of those bad girls. Their changes are just awesome. I don't need any more Hark skill ups. I think I'm set on Hark skill ups. Another magical archer. That's a great example of an attack down monster that we talked about. 8 mystical scrolls. What are your thoughts on Molly Light Moon Mermaid runes? And where is she most useful? She's really awesome for arena defense, like Violent, and then for your offset, go with like Will or Endure or Nemesis or Focus or Energy or whatever cool offset you got. Basically, you just make her violent and you give her as many HPs as possible, as much speed as possible. Bounty Hunters. I love them bounty hunters nowadays, man. The changes are really sick. Okay. And then we're going to do a light and dark. And I am probably going to end up saving these bad boys until this rotation. Because I don't really want a second one of these. As cool as he is, closing a little higher on a, because that's basically all he's going to do. He's going to let me close higher on arena defense, at the end of the week. And I don't really want that as much as I want like some extra RTA monsters or something, So as cool as the Water Fairy King is, and I thought about this, as cool as the Water Fairy King is, I'm going to pass him up this rotation. I'm doing my stones next rotation. I don't have good violent runes. I currently have 1 rune with shield, nemesis, and endure. Will then Jeremy just make her tanky and as fast as possible? While we're on the topic, monsters like this, these harpoos, especially this one because she's got really good base stats. Not a bad possible candidate for like maybe you're thinking about making your B team and you need extra attack break. Not as cool as Sharman, but definitely not bad, because she does that job that Colleen does and adds the attack break and adds the hit point recovery debuff. So as a closing thought, don't rule out maybe if you have one of those other harpoos that have good stats, like the light or the dark harpoo, and you're looking for something that's going to add a heal block and attack break to help the consistency of maybe like your I'm going to raid with myself sort of runs, don't rule out those harpoos. They're not bad. I'd probably use a harpoo over the Drunken Masters, because the harpoos is 2-turn attack break. Drunken Masters only 1-turn attack break, but I want to go with the next Summoning Stone rotation because I would rather have this guy for like maybe Dragons B10 and these two for real time arena, and Perna for farming Rift Beast, as cool as the Water Fairy King is. The chances of getting Perna or Wind Desert Queen, like I'm way more excited about that. Way more excited. So I hope it was interesting to pop on and kind of mess around with like the Raid B team stuff. Thank you everybody for coming to hang out. We'll definitely be back and popping on with more fun content, or if I get some fun idea or something new fun to share, we'll be back. I'm probably gonna do some stuff this weekend. It's been a while since we examined arena defenses on a Sunday, So my initial thoughts and plans for this weekend was maybe do some more like, hey, let's check out what the people are doing for their super cool Sunday arena defenses and comment on it. But yeah, as always, thanks for hanging out. Have fun with your evening. Till next time.